So my grandfather, he always told all of us, if you bring a kid in this world, they didn't ask to be here, so make sure you take care of them. And you know what I mean, that's gonna stick with you no matter what, you feel me?
For real, late nights, early mornings on my grind, for real, for real. Every day hustling to get it, and that's on the real, for real. As they said they want that real, well, we got that real, for real. They said they want that real, no, we got this shit for real.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all tuning in to the second episode of Real for Real with my boy Webb right here.
What's up,
you know what I'm saying? It's another one.
Back again.
It's
You
another
see what
one.
I'm on today.
Come on now.
We end of February, so we Black History Month. So
Black
I came
History
in
Month.
that Black History jersey. You know what I'm saying? Bust their ass one time.
For Showski.
Yeah, me. What's up with you though? You been cool?
Cool, bro. Cool. Get prepared for this move. Me and the family moving to Fishers.
Oh yeah.
Fishers, man. So
Moving on up.
yeah, man.
You
Trying
feel
to
me?
do it the right way, man.
Yeah,
Locking
that's
in
what's
for
up.
sure now.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
what's up.
What about you, bro?
Chilling, same old shit. Working, little one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cutting.
Cutting like a mug. You see that line
Come
on
on
that
now.
boy? You feel me? Got him together. But you
Yeah.
ain't on shit though.
Yeah. Cool. Talk to
Yeah.
me, man. What's up with the
So
quote?
we got the quote of the day, man. If you focus on results, you will never change. If you focus on change, you'll get results. That's by Jack Dixon.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying?
Talk to me. What you think about that? What you think about that quote, man?
If you focus on yourself and keep working hard, boy, you're gonna get what you want. But
Yeah.
if you got your mind on everybody else's business, then you gonna fall in the pit right with them.
Come on now. Yeah.
That's how I kind of feel.
No,
You feel me?
same thing, bro. I'm with you with that. You just gotta, we talk about it all the time. Me, even my colleagues at work, students I'm working with, you gotta lock in with yourself. If you're not locking in with you, then what you doing? You know what I'm saying? If you're worried about what you did yesterday, you're not worried about what you did today. So it's all about moving forward and all about, just staying consistent in what you do. So yeah, that's a good one, bro.
Oh God, that taper bust.
Come on now. Tap in. We're at the waiver, man.
I just
Tap
see
in.
that, man. I
Tap
just see
in.
that.
Tap in, man.
On everything.
For sure. We had a good conversation last time.
Great one, I feel. I hope y'all tapped in with that. I hope y'all was feeling that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep trying to build off of that. And we had a conversation in the last one that was kind of like just how we came up and everything. So we wanna. I was gonna say tap in how you like kind of came up a little bit and how you got into your career and whatnot.
Yeah. We can definitely get into that. So, basically, to keep it, I don't want to, elaborate too much detail. But for myself, grew up in Chicago, big city. Grew up with my mom, sister, and twin brother. And then my grandmother was there as well, my great grandmother. So a house full of women.
Right.
House full of women. Uncles came in and out here and there, but didn't have a dad in my life. So a lot of things I just had to find out through my mom. And, as time went on, as I got older, I had a lot of male father figures in my life that kind of taught me the way and taught me how to go about certain things. And so ended up playing ball in college and, took that as long as I could. And then graduated during COVID, which was a rough time for everybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was a rough time for everybody. We always trying to figure it out. And so that was the biggest thing that I taught myself throughout my life is, being able to figure it out because not nobody going to be able to hold your hand, So got to be able to put the pieces together, take the cards you dealt, and make something shake. And that's what I did. And so started a business doing photography and videography. Started in Richmond, Indiana. So where I met people. Right. I didn't know anybody. I was in school in 2017, graduated during 2020. So I just started meeting people that year during COVID. And, now I look back 5 years later, bro, I Emmy Award winning, network with many different individuals in the area, outside the area, organizations that are pretty big and huge and super prevalent today. And just, learn how to just navigate. Just learn how to navigate. But I think the more I look at it, man, it was a lot of male figures that helped me get to where I am today. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just me. It wasn't just my mom. My mom helped. She did a lot of things, but a lot of the male figures helped me honed me into the man I am today, you know, including coaches, you know what I'm saying? So,
most definitely, for sure.
Definitely.
No, that's what's up, for sure. For me, you know what I'm saying, I grew up in Richmond mainly. I lived down in Texas with my mom and my grandma for a hot little minute. I'll get into that into a minute. But, yeah, I grew up, I usually had, my dad was around. I had my stepdad, my uncles, my grandparents. So, you know what I mean, I had growing up, like, stability, but it was like, we was always fucked up. So, for the most part, like, so we just did with what we had, you know what I mean? Like, I never really felt like we was really doing bad like that, because we always, like, but we was, so, you know what I mean? Like, but that's why I always say it ain't how you came up, it's, like, how you bounce back and shit, so. But I always hooped, too, because that was just always my safe place. Like, every time we had, like, something going on, you know what I mean, you can go hoop, and you ain't worrying about that for that 2-3 hours that you hooping or something, so that's why I always just refer back to that, but. So I ended up having to move down to Texas with my grandma. My mom and them got in a little bit of trouble and shit, so I moved down there, bro, and that was, like, crazy, like, because it was, like, some real life Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, I moved down there with my grandma and shit. Like, nigga, she had a crib with the garage. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's foreign to me. Like, you know what I mean? You ballin' if you got that. Like, if you got a garage that's functional, you was balling back before I come from. You feel me? Like, so, you know what I mean? That's the first time I probably had my own room for real. Like, now I think about it. But it was so foreign that, like, I had life good down there, and I was, like, just so focused on getting back to Richmond, bro, because it was just different for me. Like, it was good, and I just was used to living bad. Like, so it was just that was a culture change for me, and that's kind of fucked up to even say. But, like, it was just crazy, so I don't know. I could go in on some shit about that, though.
I know, I hear you. I hear you. And it's so much. I believe you, bro. I think it's so, you know, our lives are they play. We just got so much we done been through separately, bro. And that's why mine was kind of, I kept mine base level, because there's so many different angles I can go into. I can talk about what I've seen and where I've been and the houses I've lived in, and, you know, moving from house to house and being, you know, put out of a house. I can talk about all that stuff, bro. And I'm sure you can talk about a lot of things too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, I done lived in the shelter and been homeless and all that type of shit. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, that's what made me, though, bro.
Right.
Oh God, like,
right.
I don't know. I can feel like you could put anything on, like, on me right now, and I'm gonna find a way to bounce up out of it. You feel me? Like, and it's just because I just been through a lot. But I don't know. I don't know if there ain't really nobody to blame. You know what I mean? Like, shit, you go through what you go through. So
you figure it out, bro. I mean, I think, like you said, bro. I mean, I can add a little bit more to mine, and you probably can add some more to yours. But I think for myself, the biggest thing that I learned, you know, when I finally went to school, I did all that myself. I didn't have nobody, you know, trying to get me into college or applying to schools. I did that myself. And so playing ball was the thing for me, but I was always ineligible. But, you know, once I got, y'all was a dumbass, bro. Being stupid,
I'm laughing too. I was ineligible too.
Being stupid, bro. But, you know, I was able to get the opportunity to go to college, you know, get myself together. And then, you know, injuries started coming in, you know, girlfriend, you know, relationship issues, and, you know, trying to figure out how to become a man and trying to figure out how to do things myself and not blame other people, and transferring to other schools and getting my scholarship taken again, and getting into situations where, you know, it's just, you can't blame nobody but yourself, bro. You know, you learn from those things and you figure it out. So now I be looking and I hear certain things that trigger me, like, man, I want to, you know, well, ain't nobody help me. Well, bro, ain't nobody supposed to help you. You know what I'm saying? Once you leave the house, once you leave that nest, it's all about you. This world ain't looking to feel sorry for you.
Go and get it, man.
Facts, bro. So.
And the funny part, see, we got to going too. I ain't even get into my whole career. My mind was like, but yeah, though, because that's crazy though. Like, people always be like, damn, yeah, you good at cutting hair, this and that. How long you been cutting? I'd be like, shit, I just started like 3 or 4 years ago. When I went to barber college, bro, I haven't cut nobody ever before. Like, my little cousins, I did a couple times, like, but them was shady, but I just, shit. I was like, I got to. You feel me? And when you feel like you got to do something, bro, you know how it's going to be. You gonna do it. So I just stuck to it, watched some videos, just kept practicing trial and error. Got there. So. Yeah.
I mean, that's the same for me, bro. Like I said, started doing videos during COVID. Bought a camera from shout out Dakota Pennington, bro. Brought my first camera from him, and was going around the area just capturing random stuff, bro, and just capturing. What did I do my first project on? It was during a George Floyd situation. So I was going around getting individual black businesses and talking about, what they're doing and, how they're impacting Richmond. Again, I didn't know nothing about Richmond, bro. Mm-hmm. And so crazy. That's kind of how I got connected with Desmond. I wanted to do something with Nicky Noodle.
Oh,
Nick Matthews. He was doing his chicken sandwiches or whatever. So I'm like, hey, bro, let me.
Them motherfuckers was busting.
Gas. Gas. Hey, man, blueberry chicken, bro. Remember that, bro. Lock in. But we did he put me on. I was like, I want to do something for him. I'm like, you out here hustling like everybody else. Let me get some, get some footage or whatever. He's like, no, I got a better opportunity. So, him even connecting with Desmond, that was a blessing in disguise. And so, ended up doing my first documentary that I did not know anything about at the time. Like, I was still learning. I was nervous, you know what I'm saying? But they loved it. People loved it, and they understood it was my first time doing it too. So I look back on it now like, damn, this shit was trash. But it could have been so much better. Right, trial and error, bro. So I hear you what you're saying.
And now look at the videos you pushing.
Right, for sure. So it just get better and better. But yeah, but
that's crazy too, though. So like how you said you went to college, did all the 4 years and stuff, but then you doing the videography and photos. How do you feel like mentally? Like, so do you feel like you should have just college, or you feel like you could have just went to trade school, got that? Like,
it's crazy because I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real on this podcast, man.
My boy didn't even know what trade school was.
I didn't know what trade school was. I didn't know what it was, bro. And I heard, how you hear something all the time and you be afraid to actually be like, yeah, what's that, bro? Because you like, I just played it off like, yeah, I ain't do trade school, I went to school. You know what I'm saying? But, now that I know what it is, I did both. And the more I think about it, I think if I didn't go to college, because I went to, I was a psych major. And, if I didn't go to college and do that, I don't think I'll be able to handle a lot of things that I'm going through now in my business. I wouldn't know how to talk to people. I would not know how to, handle rejection, or know how to, when people say no, I wouldn't know how to say no. I wouldn't know a lot of these things, but, learning a lot of things and situations in school and learning people and going through my own situations while I'm in school, it kind of transferred over to the trade, you know what I mean? And so vice versa, if I didn't do trade, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to do something in my career with psychology, but, was able and blessed to put both of them together. So
no, yeah, that's fire. Because I did about a week in college. I got that little check and I got up out of there a little bit, for real. But I went to trade school and I went in there. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm about to learn how to cut hair. So they handed me this big old book. I'm like, fuck you handed me that for? I was like, I came here to cut hair. And I had to learn physiology and just a bunch of crazy stuff. Like, I'm like, damn, like, but I mean, it helped. It took me forever to pass the state board test, but
yeah, you did it though, bro.
Yeah,
you did it. You think just kind of thinking about what you just said, do you think now, you being a barber, is there a lot of things that people just don't understand, like, the behind the scenes or what actually goes into cutting a head? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro. Like, I mean, you see it. There ain't where we at. There ain't many barbers. You feel me? And like, there's a reason for that. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy. Like, everybody, my hair is different than your hair. Your hair, like, everybody's hair is different. So you like, just because one person pop in and get a good cut, you like, and then people will come and show you some shit off of Instagram or something. That's like, all right, yeah, that's fire. I could do that, but you didn't wash your hair when you came in here. You didn't comb your hair when you came in here. Yeah, but you want an Instagram cut. Boy,
they taking care of their hair, man.
Come on, man. So that's like one thing. So that's like, you got to have patience. You know what I mean? And like with the kids, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you got to like, so yeah.
For sure. No, it's the same for me, bro. I think I don't think, and shout out to our producer today. You know what I'm saying? I think people don't really realize what actually goes on behind the scenes when we, when I edit or when we capture or when we do any of that stuff. I'll shoot a video today, and by tomorrow 9 p.m., hey, how we looking? Bro, I haven't touched that. Not one time, bro. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? I got a full-time job. You know, I got to do X, Y, and Z. But even when you do, it's so much that goes into it. You know, with me, it's storytelling. So I got to think about the story before I just go and start editing.
No,
you know what I mean? So it's bigger.
No, for real. And like, people are ruthless too. They don't care what you got going on though. Like they be like, I'll be like, man, I'm over here done threw up 10 times on my way to the hospital. They be like, so I can't get my cut today. I be like, damn. He didn't even ask me if I was okay.
Yeah,
man.
not
like,
even knowing, bro.
Like,
not
but
even
they
knowing.
don't even care. They be like, shit, you saw I was getting them pictures today. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what you got going on,
Facts,
boy. Like,
facts. Nah, I think we just, you know, with all that being said, I think, you know, from what we've gone through already with, you know, our upbringings, which we haven't even touched the surface about that, but, you know, with what we're doing with our careers now, a lot of that has to do with our upbringings, has to do with, you know, us being, you know, the men that we are today. But I know I talked about a little bit, I said a little bit about me, you know, not having a dad and, you know, having those father figures, which is pretty, it's rare when you have those men who are in your life who can make an impact, and, you know, it just does something to you for your life. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because sometimes, you know, for me, I didn't know what it was like to even have a dad. So it just wasn't, it didn't hurt. You know what I mean? It was, you know, you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So when those men were around my mom, around my brother, around myself, and teaching us different things. And so now it was like, damn, I'm learning all this stuff. Just, you know, would I learn this stuff if I had a father, if I had a dad, or not? So, but a lot of those things just kind of circle my mind when I'm working. You know, when I'm doing what I'm doing and trying to stay level headed and trying to stay focused, because a lot of that stuff affects me to this day, good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And that's why I said, that's why I always say like how I'm grateful for it, because like my grandma's husband, which, you know what I mean, biologically he ain't nothing to me, but he done taught me almost everything I know, like to a certain degree. Like me and my brother probably knew how to change a car tire when we was like 10 years old. But that's the type of stuff he would do. Like we'd be out there lifting weights in the front yard when we ate. And he holding the bar down like on us, like not hard obviously, but like, hey, act like there's somebody on top of you, like get him off you, like trying to instill that, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. But then I had, like I said, my dad was there. He was married too, so he, you know what I mean, he had his family, but Richmond ain't big.
Right,
So I always seen him, you feel me? Like, and then, like they always say, it does take a village, because let everybody else tell it, me and my brother was bad as hell when we was kids.
Oh, God.
For real, like, that's why I always tell people, like, people be like, man, I remember one time y'all was, like, I think they said they came out the club one time, me and my brother was riding by on a bicycle, like, they came out the club, it's 3 a.m, me and bro out there talking about, let me get $5, like, you know what I'm saying, like, but that's just how we grew up, you know what I'm saying, like, you kind of, until we got to my other grandma and them's crib, you know what I mean? That's where they put that stability on us. Like, you know what I mean? You get in trouble, boy, you gonna sit down and read this book and get your mind right. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get up until it's read. And get your ass whooped with whatever's closest to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wake up on the weekends, like, my grandma making us wash, not just us, but the whole family. We in there washing the walls. Like, that type shit.
Yeah. I think
she done got soft on us, mama.
But I mean, you say that though, bro.
My grandma be letting the kids watch the iPad in church nowadays.
Oh yeah, never.
Man, me and my brother try to play tic tac toe.
Oh, my mama, we couldn't even talk.
Come on, man, mom.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you saying that, and you know, I don't want to get off topic too much, but I know, like, being, you know, like you said, your grandma was like that. You know, having my grandma, my mom, you know, it was a lot of stuff that was implemented every day. Like, it was nonstop. You know, respect. You know, yes, ma'am. You know, yes, sir.
Oh God.
You know, all these things that I feel like now, man, I'm not old head now, bro. So I'm expecting those things from kids, and kids just ain't got that nowadays.
Nah, for surely
what I mean?
not. Like, and then like that goes to like the discipline. Like, we was kind of like, it wasn't like forced on us, but like if you didn't, you was gonna get a whooping. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you ain't say yes, ma'am? You know, yes, sir. Boom. Now, like, shit, like my brother, he don't even whoop his kids, like at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that just says something in itself. Like, but he like shit. like whooping ain't do nothing but make me more madder. You know what I mean? Like it didn't work when I was a kid, so he don't whoop his kids. But I feel him. Like
I mean, I think it works different on everybody. And you know, when we talking about, again, we being real on here. You know, we talk about each other's lives. Like, you know, I have a stepdaughter that I call her my daughter, or I just say step in, just so people understand the situation itself. But I'm learning too that a lot of things I can't do as a male. You know, no matter how I was raised by my mom, there's certain things I can't do or say to her just because, you know, I don't want to be that figure. I don't want to scare her. Like, I don't want her to be like, I'm not doing that because I don't want to make him mad. You know what I'm saying? I want to instill like the discipline, the reason why. You know what I mean?
While still drawing a fine line.
Or a fine line.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, this is where we're going to draw a line at.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we can play around and stuff, but when I'm being serious, it's time to be serious. Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't like to whoop my son like that either, but he be crossing that line. Sometimes you got to give him a little.
Yeah, I be thinking about mine.
Just to kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, now I'm your boss. Like,
Right.
I'm like, who's like, not like I'm your boss, but
I know what you mean.
am. You know what I mean? We got to draw that line.
Yeah, respect that. I be thinking about what I'm gonna do with my son when he get to that age, bro. It's moving fast, bro. He's 6 months now. I just found out she was pregnant. So it's already, you know what I'm saying, 6 months going on, 18 years old, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, time just moves so fast, you know, especially with kids. But, you know, we learn it as we go. And I think that sometimes gives us that anxiety, like, man, like, I don't want them to grow up like how I did, or I don't want them to feel the pressures that I did growing up, or I don't want to be too soft on them. You know what I mean? Or I don't want to be too hard on them. So I think that's like the constant motion that goes through my mind on a daily, bro.
Right. And I feel like I got like both of that for real. Like, you was definitely like, hey, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that. But still over on this side, it was like free reign. You know what I mean? Like, so it was just kind of like, you had to choose your path.
Yeah, choose your path, bro. Choose your path, man. Now, I think the last thing I kind of want to touch on, honestly, is like, you know, the biggest lesson that your dad or a father figure that you can think of. It may be the biggest now. It may be something different later on, but something that you can think of right now that's like something that your dad told you, or something that a male father figure has told you and it's kind of stuck with you.
There's two. So my grandfather, he always told all of us, if you bring a kid in this world, they didn't ask to be here, so make sure you take care of them. And, you know what I mean, that's going to stick with you no matter what, you feel me? And then my dad, like, 'cause we got the same name, you know what I mean? He was like, always make sure you stand on your 10 and you can stand for your name. He was like, don't try to live off me. He was like, I want you to be better than me and be able to live off your name. Yeah. So that's something that's always like, all right, you know what I mean? That's why I just try to stay as solid and, I don't know, it comes forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's definitely something, that two things that stuck with me.
For sure.
And like, even if it ain't had to come from a male, was something that your mom or your grandma told you that's really stuck with you.
Mom, I was just trying to see which one, bro. It popped in my head. But I think just to stay on the same path with the father figure standpoint, I had a guy in my life, his name was Sergeant Lawson. He worked at the high school that me and my brother went to school at, and he was just always there. And I think one of the biggest lessons he's taught me and my brother was just, you know, being uncomfortable. And I think people talk about it nowadays, but I don't think they really truly understand what being uncomfortable means. And we were uncomfortable in a lot of different situations. And I think some of those situations we didn't know any better, so we wasn't really too uncomfortable, but we knew there was better. But I think now, as soon as somebody's living a decent life and then they get knocked down one step, they're uncomfortable and they just can't handle it. You know what I mean? And so I've taken those words to the highest amount of degree. You know what I mean? Just being able to understand that no matter what, you just got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, because how else do you grow? You know what I mean? There's no other way to grow unless you are uncomfortable. So I keep that in the back of my mind, bro, every day. And we slip up. I mean, we humans, we men, you know, we slip up, but we just got to do our best to make sure we get back on track.
And that's kind of like I said in the last one. Get knocked down 7 times, stand up 8.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, yeah, I think...
that was a dope talk, my boy.
It was, man. It was, dog. You know, I think we talked about a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? But at these, like, again, this is real conversations. We not coming in and planning on, okay, today we're going to talk about Nike and then we just going to stick with it. You know, some things we may have a gist of what the topics are, but we going to really just be real and talk about those things here and be honest and be open. So we appreciate everybody tapping in and understanding where we come from and just sticking around with us for the long haul. So you got anything else?
Not really.
Say less. All right, so episode 2 is out the door.
You
Episode
dig?
3 is on the way. Tap in. We are all platforms.
All platforms.
All platforms. So Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever y'all got, man. Just make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too.
Let's get it.
We in there.
Real for real.
Real for real. We out.
Yes, sir.
For real, late nights, early mornings on my grind for real, for real. Every day hustling to get it, and that's on the real, for real. As they said they want that real, well we got that real for real. They said they want that real, no we got this shit for real.